Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Mind Your Venture episode. Now, today I wanted to cover real quick this here. So this is a series of high relief coins, and you can see right up in here how deep that coin is. Very high relief, very, very nice round. And this was a series, I believe it was called the Privateer series of coins, and you may have seen these before. No pray, no pay, and they're a wonderful series of rounds, very high relief, and I've been buying them as I can when I can get them for a very decent price. But online, most of these are selling for about $50 a piece per ounce, so over $100. And one in particular that I've been looking for is the whale. Now the whale online, the cheapest one I can find is about $150. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is I've been searching for these for quite some time. I did see the whale recently when I was at my local coin store. Amazingly, so many people don't realize how many coins out there are being faked. I was in my local coin store and I went in there, and I basically go in once a week, and I go in around lunchtime, and there's always somebody coming in trying to sell silver. There's always somebody in there buying silver when I go in. And this particular day I was in there, and like always, I asked my local guy, hey, what do you have in here? And I'm looking for some 2-ounce rounds. He kind of has an idea of the stuff that I like buying, and he always tries to hold it for me. And while I was sitting there, somebody actually came in and had some 2-ounce rounds and wanted to sell them to him. Now, he looked at it and he was like, man, you just asked for this, and here you go. This is exactly what you were looking for. And he had 3 of the whale of this here. And I got some pictures, and I'll put that up here so you guys can see the pictures, or over here on this side here, you guys can see this is the coin that came in. And you may not be able to see it real well, but on these you can see how deep that rim is on the inside. And this particular coin, now the guy was going to sell it to me at a very decent price because he sells all of his rounds at $1 to $2 over spot, depending on how they are. These ones here I typically get when he gets them in for about $2 over spot, which is a wonderful, great deal for this stuff, and it's the reason why I buy it. And because I'm not into the numismatic value of coins, I do not get into the numismatic on these, and that's a lot of the reason why I don't have any of the coins from Germanium Mint. Those are some really, really beautiful coins. I'd love to have some of those in my collection, but they come at a steep premium that I am not willing to pay. Now, if I ever find them at my local coin store or can get a good deal on them, I may eventually purchase one, because they do make some beautiful coins at the Germanium Mint. And man, I'd love to get my hands on some of those eventually. But while I was looking at this coin and he was getting ready to make the purchase, and I said, hey, these coins here are super high relief, and they usually have a really big rim on them. This one here doesn't look like it has much of a rim on it. Now this one here, you can see this rim that goes around on the inside of this coin is really deep, because I would say they probably laser engrave these, or they have some sort of CNC machine that engraves these in. And that's how it goes deep into the coin to get this high relief. Now, with that, the one that came in, the whale, which is the rarest out of the whole series of these, there wasn't very many of them minted like this one here. I think is one of the higher ones, along with this one here also had quite a few minted. Now the whale is the rarest of the bunch, and typically, like I said, right now I've been looking online to try to pick one up. I think the cheapest price I found so far was on Whatnot, and I believe it's $155 or $135. I'd have to double check. Maybe I can share that up here. But you got to be real careful, because he was about ready to purchase these from this guy, but after I had mentioned it didn't look right because of that rim, he went ahead and stuck it on the scale and it came in underweight. And then when he put it, he went and got his reader that he has, the electrical device, to check it out, and he put it on the actual machine, and it definitely came up as a fake. So long story short, I ended up not buying it because why would I buy something that's not real? But he actually learned a lesson there, because he always tests his stuff before he sells it, but he was going to make this purchase based off he's never seen one faked before. He's had a lot of these come through his shop, and he has never seen one of them that was faked. And he was surprised to see that this one was fake. And I kind of had some hurt feelings because I really wanted to buy it because it would go great into my collection. Now, I know I just said I don't like paying high premiums for things, but I did end up picking this up. And if you're not familiar with what this is the United States Mint put out Silver Eagle, but this one here is for the 250th anniversary for the United States Army. Now, I was in the Army, I served in the Army, I enjoyed my time in, so I decided to go ahead and get this. And it was for more than one reason, not just because I was in the Army, but because I heard about this and they were only allowing one purchase per household. So that means that this one here is going to end up being a little bit more rare than usual. So I ended up paying the higher premium on this. Now this one here did cost me over $100, but it's one of those things where this is not going into my stacking for the purposes of stacking silver. It's a very beautiful case. And I got this not because of the numismatic value, but because this is going into my collection. So I do collect some coins and I do collect some pieces of precious metal that I do not get for stacking. So this goes into my silver as a coin, a special coin, and you can see right over here it's got the stamp for the United States Army. Very, very beautiful coin here, and I did pay a higher premium on this, but I wanted to share this with you. It's very beautiful, and I wanted to show you guys that I don't always just stick to my guns when it comes to buying silver. There are certain items that I will purchase for a higher price, but I also understand that I may never be able to sell this back for the amount of money that I spent on it. Now this one here, it's very possible that I could. I've seen some places online already trying to buy these from people that got them for more than what I purchased this for. But that's right now. I don't know if the price is going to go up or down on this. And that's what you get into when you try to get into numismatics. I don't know a whole lot about numismatics. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. I do have some older coins because I've been buying a lot of junk silver over time. And some of it may be worth more than what I initially paid for it. And I may, if I have some nice ones, I'm looking at possibly trying to get some of them sent off to PCGS or CGC to try to get them put in little cases and have them worth some money maybe, and put that into my deep stack as things that may be worth money more so than just the silver content. But as always, everyone out there, thank you so much for joining me. Leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys on things that you may have purchased. I'd love to see some of those really nice coins. So let me know what you purchase out there for things like this, where you know that it's not going to go into your just stacking for stacking's sake, but things that you like to purchase for the content and just to go into your personal stack, if you want to call it that. I just call it my silver that I purchased because I like it more than just stacking it for the silver content. Now they have a high premium, but like I said, I've only been paying a couple dollars over spot when I pick these up, and I'm not necessarily going to go out and spend a lot of money on those. Now I will with the Morgans, just because I'm trying to get a full set of every year. Now that doesn't mean that I got one from every place that they were minted from. Some of those are very, very pricey, and I may never end up doing that, but I was close enough to where I had one almost of every year, just buying over time. And I may pick up the last two, although just two of those is going to run me almost $400 or more just to get those last two to put in my stack. So I may never end up doing that, or I may find a way to try to trade some of my current silver to get those, but we'll see how that goes. But as always, keep on stacking, onward and upward.
There once was a man that stacked silver, so he called himself an investor. But the silver he had was not enough, so he stacked it more and more. Soon then the increase comes, shiny, glittery, and in large sums. Now when the stacking's done, he loved it more